rising cost of living, coupled with companies refusing to increase wages, has created a perfect storm that leaves everyday people with financial strain. From rent and housing expenses increasing to $100 doing less and less for you at the grocery store, I think it's safe to say that everyone is feeling the effects of inflation. Now, you could fall further and further behind with your financial goals because of how expensive everything else is becoming. But making that decision isn't only going to affect you now, but long term as well. With less money being put into your retirement funds, high yield savings accounts, and 401ks, you'll ultimately be allowing rising costs happening right now to affect the rest of your life. So if you're someone who is not willing to roll over and accept that, and you want to fight the good fight, what can you do instead? You can start a business and create another income source. But maybe you've never started a business before, or maybe you have, but it just didn't work out. Whatever the case may be, I want you to know that you can create a successful business that creates supplemental income and helps you continue to reach your financial goals. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what that business is that will help you do that with minimal risk and high reward. But real quick before we jump right into this, you know I give out a free one-on-one consulting call each and every single week to one lucky winner who's looking to get on a call with myself and my team, get all of your questions answered, and streamline your success while doing so. And if you want the opportunity of winning this week, all you have to do is smash that like button down below, and in the comment section, comment the word entrepreneur with your biggest takeaway from today's video. Now look, the growth of e-commerce has been undeniable, especially since the pandemic back in 2020. Consumers adapted to shopping online, and ever since that adaptation occurred, there's been a door of opportunity wide open for everyday people just like you to absolutely change their lives. You just have to know how to capitalize on that opportunity, and most importantly, why you should. So, what's the business? Dropshipping. But not that cheap product, bad supplier, long shipping time dropshipping that I know might have popped up in some of your minds. Times and methods have evolved. I'm talking about selling valued products with reliable suppliers and competitive shipping times. An online business is the best business that you could start in 2024. That's just point blank period. Brick and mortar businesses are struggling to stay open, and not only just because workers prefer to work virtually, but because consumers would rather shop virtually too. If you're going to start an online business, you want to make sure that it's the right one. And dropshipping is one of the best ones that you can start because of three simple things. It has a low startup cost, with the average that's needed to really get going is anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000. Meanwhile, the average cost of starting a brick and mortar business starts at $10,000 to $20,000. Secondly, you do not have to hold any inventory. You'll quickly find out that with other online businesses, let's just say Amazon FBA, you have to order in bulk before you actually are able to sell the product, which ultimately leaves you with another expense without knowing if the product is actually going to sell for you, in addition to having to hold the inventory or paying someone else to hold it for you. And lastly, dropshipping has an easier barrier to entry because there are just so many different products that you can sell. You do not have to compete right off the bat with big businesses that have more budget, more data, and are selling the same product as you. These three advantages of the dropshipping business are what can help you start an online business more efficiently and cost effectively while being able to see results within just a couple of weeks of starting. So now that you know what opportunity is there for you to capitalize on, let's get into how and why you should. The start of a successful dropshipping business always starts with a strong product that has the potential to sell. And the benefit of dropshipping is that you're not limited to only being able to try to sell one type of product, because you had to buy the product in bulk and now you have to make it work. See, with dropshipping, there's a sea of possibilities with the products that you can sell. Every single one of my winning products has been completely unrelated to each other. Like for example, I sold a mobile phone screen enhancer that generated over $150,000 in only a couple months. Then I sold a baby bed that generated $1.7 million. And I even sold a portable washing machine that within only a couple months generated over $300,000. And so many other products in between that again have no relation to each other. They were just strong products to sell based off the trends that were happening at that time. And while starting your dropshipping business, trust me, data is going to be your best friend. Data and consumer trends is what's going to allow you to find the different products that you can sell. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Since we're sitting towards the end of October, I need you to think like a shopper and think about what seasons or trends that you would typically be searching for right now. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, winter, exactly. Now, as you can see, I'm on Google Trends, and I'm searching over the last 5 years to find out when consumers are searching for these three areas of interest the most. And you can see that every single one of these trends has started to take off at a different time period. And now that you know what trends are happening and when consumers are searching for those trends, that's when you have now opened the door to selling different products that fall in line with those searches. Now, if you ask me, That's one of the best things about dropshipping, because what that means for you is that you'll literally never run out of products that you could be making money with. There's always going to be a season or trend that's happening around the year, which just means that there's always going to be a way for you to be making sales and putting money into your pocket. Being completely limited with the price that you can sell and the potential at what you can sell them at is something that no other online business can give to you. And even though that's a major benefit of starting your dropshipping business, and one of the main reasons that it's the best online business that you can start as a beginner in 2024, there's more to this theory, because the next part of running a successful online business is having a great online store. One that actually turns visitors into sales. And the great thing about dropshipping that no other business can provide you is that you can create a store based off of the goals that you have with your business. You're truthfully not confined to a certain way of creating your store because of rules and regulations that are put on it. You'll actually find that with Google Shop or Amazon stores, you'll have specific guidelines that your store has to follow. And if these guidelines aren't followed to a T, you risk getting shut down or not being seen by as many potential customers. But with dropshipping, the same rules do not apply. You'll be able to create a store that fits the goals that you have, with a design and structure that makes you feel most confident in your online business. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Let's say you're someone who has more short-term goals with what you want to do with your dropshipping store, and you just really want to capitalize on quick trends and holidays and really just make some quick money. With that goal in mind, you would build something called a general store. A general store is like your Amazons or Targets. They sell pretty much everything, but focus on constantly making quick profits on trends and seasonal products. Now, the focus of your general store will not be to have as many products on it as possible, but instead to be able to switch in and out of different trending and seasonal products that you know have the potential to sell based off the trends and consumer habits that we just talked about earlier. Now, if you have long-term goals with your dropshipping store, and you want to turn it into a real profitable brand that people recognize when they see it, you would build something that's called a branded e-commerce store. When you think of a branded store, you should think of online businesses like Gymshark or Blendjet. You know that when you shop from those online stores, you're going to come out with a certain product or at least something related to the niche of the main product that they sell. Your main goal with creating one of those stores on Shopify would be to sell one specific niche or product and build an entire brand around that, because everything would be correlated, from the product that you're selling to how your store looks to the ads that you're running. Doing this, you have more opportunities to build your online presence and create a brand that people recognize when they're shopping, which just ultimately creates longevity in returning customers and more money back into your pockets. And I don't know if you know or not, but this is exactly how major brands that you know of today have even started off. Brands like Fashion Nova, Kylie's Lip Kit, Gymshark, and Foot Locker have used or are currently using dropshipping methods to start their business or to at least keep it running and become the brand that it is. The absolute flexibility that you have while creating your dropshipping store based off the goals that you have for your business is another reason why dropshipping will be the best online business to start as a beginner in 2024. But I cannot stop it there. We have to talk about what everyone is concerned about while taking a step into the unknown and starting a business that, quite frankly, you don't know much about, and that's money. I talked to you about it earlier, how dropshipping has an extreme low startup cost, and that compared to most other online and brick and mortar businesses, you'll be spending a lot less to get it going with the potential to see quicker results. But outside of just getting started, what about other costs to keep it running? Well, for those of you who are watching this and do not know, with dropshipping, you're ultimately running paid advertisements on different social media platforms, with the ultimate goal being that the consumer clicks into your ad and purchases the product that you're selling. Now look, the ads that are actually making you money are not just running on hopes and dreams. They're powered by data. And in order to obtain the data, you have to spend money on the ads. But the best part about dropshipping with Facebook ads that other online businesses don't necessarily give you is the option to push both a smaller or larger budget further. While on a budget while dropshipping with Facebook ads, you might opt into running something called a campaign budget optimization or a CBO campaign. This campaign is going to allow you to set a specific amount of money that you want to spend on your ads per day. It also allows you to target big groups of individuals who might be interested in your product based off of the algorithm without costing you an arm and a leg. So for example, if you had 3 ads that you were running and you only had $30 to spend on the entire campaign, you would set that $30 budget on the campaign level, and then Facebook's AI would push more of that budget to the ads that are performing best, and less of that budget to the ones that are not performing as well. This campaign style allows you to maximize on the amount of data that you build while reaching more people and creating as many sales as possible. Now, if you have more of a budget to play with, you could run something called an ADSET budget optimization campaign or an ABO. This is where you'll be manually setting the budget for each ad that is running. This type of campaign has the potential to give you more data and more sales at a very quicker rate because more money is being pushed into the ads. So for example, if you see one ad doing way better than all the rest of the ads that you're running, you might spend $20 on that ad per day instead of the $10 per day that's being spent on all of the other ads. You can imagine how much more traffic the $20 per day ad would be driving to your online store since the amount being spent on it has doubled. Now, there are a ton of different ad strategies that you're capable of learning while running Facebook ads to your dropshipping store that can help create results on any budget. And that's just another reason why this is the best online business to start as a beginner. You're not limited to waiting on consumers to search for your product, as there's not really any stability in that. But instead, you're able to advertise them directly on apps that they're already on every single day, with data and sales helping you know that the right types of customers are seeing your ads. You do not have to wait for the customers to come to you. Instead, you could create success by officially spending the budget that you have to get in front of potential customers with your ads and make them come to your store. When it comes down to it, in today's economy, relying on a paycheck and a paycheck only is bound to keep you in certain financial constraints. The more that you can diversify your income and create different ways for you to be making money passively, the better off that you are. So if you appreciated today's video and you are looking to start the best online business as a beginner in 2024, this video right here is where you're gonna wanna go next, as it's a beginner-friendly step-by-step guide that's gonna help you through every step of getting your store up and running and successfully launching your first ads. I hope that you take advantage of this opportunity that is right in front of you right now and thrive and grow with it. I'll leave you all to it, but I'll see you all next week. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.
They gon' want a piece when you got it like that. Like Jake said, we gon' spend it, get it right back. Stack that internet money till the site crash. They on